Hi everyone, it's Michelle here. I'm Mickey Midge on Instagram, YouTube and Ravelry, and on Twitter when I do get on it, which isn't very often. Hi to all my new subscribers. It's absolutely lovely. I've made 200 this week, which is awesome and overwhelming. So hiya, and welcome back to all my previous subscribers. Nice to see you back again. Nice to meet everybody. I will jump straight in. I am a week late, or not a week late, I am a little bit late this week to episode 11, by the way, because I've had a bit of a migraine. I had quite a nasty one. I only tend to have one or two a year, so when I do, they get quite bad. So I haven't been very well. It's one of those things I've suffered since I was 8. I don't get them very often anymore, but I am usually quite sick, physically sick with them, which I was this time round, and I struggle with looking at screens or the TV or anything light, basically. So yeah, I've not been able to do a video. I'm still a little bit wavy, so bear with me, but I'm going to try and do a video today. How are you all? You alright again? You all good? That doesn't make any sense. At the end of this video, I received my Secret Crochet Club and Ami2U boxes this week. I have filmed unboxing for them. They will be at the end of the video. I will give you warnings. If you don't want to see, you don't have to watch. You know, if you're not interested, or if you subscribe and you haven't received your box yet, or you're waiting to open it, or for whatever reason you don't want to see the spoilers, you don't have to. I haven't had very many finished objects this week because I haven't been very well, but I do have a couple to show you, so I'll jump straight in with finished objects. I have spoken before about the Little Hearts for Grace crochet along on Instagram and on the Lottie and Albert podcast, so check those out. Hashtag Little Hearts for Grace. I made 5 of the 8 squares towards the blanket, and I think now I need to stop and get them in the post, otherwise it's going to be too late. So I'll show you the 5 that I've done. There's 1, the bobble one, that's 2, the little hearts, that's 3. I needed 3 hearts because my sewing is a little bit sporadic. There's 4. And the 5th one. That's a bit wonky there. It's because I'm showing you the back. There we go. Still looks wonky the way I'm showing it. That one needs a little bit of a block. I might do that quick. So 5 ready to go. Hopefully that should be. Hopefully they're the right size. But that should be winging the way to the Little Hearts of Grace. Ready to go into a blanket, which would be lovely. The only other finished object I have, I've decided, I spoke last week, to take part in the cowl being run by Terry at Yarn Joy Podcast for the Christmas blanket. The idea is to do one of the panels from the Repeat Crafter Me Christmas blanket a month. There are 9, and then there are 2 banners, top and bottom, that say Merry Christmas, and then an outer. So the idea is to do one a month. So I started with January's one. He's quite big, actually. Here he is. It's Father Christmas. He's a little wonky, but I like him. I haven't done a Grafgam before. I'm still quite new to C2C. I still struggle a bit with the colour changes, you might see that, but I quite like him. My kids are going to love the blanket, whatever happens, so I quite like him. He makes me smile. And the second panel is going to be a Christmas tree. So I'm using Aran weight yarn, just Aran rolls from Lolly's Little Wool Shack. They seem to be working up quite nice, so I'm quite happy with that. My Father Christmas. Well, the only one that isn't is the flesh. It does look a bit pale on screen, but it's not quite that pale. It's like a peachy tone. So they're the only finished objects this week. Whips wise, I've not made progress on Logan's jumper. He's going to tell me off soon, so I better get going on that. I've not made progress on my Spicier Life blanket. I have made progress on my Honey Blossom shawl, and the pattern and I are getting on now. I think we're friends now. So I have this much of my yarn cake left, and look how the yarn cake is actually sticking together. It's quite bizarre. It's not falling in. I'm not going to tempt it to, because I quite like that it does that. The yarn cake is Wendy Anaphora. There's this free pattern inside, and I haven't even looked at that. I'll wait until the cake's gone. And if it's a crochet or knitting. They're usually knitting. I can't knit. I wish I could, but I can't. But here's my Honey Blossom shawl. So I've started to get to the last bit of teal. I think when it opens up, it's actually quite a beautiful pattern. See? I really like that. So despite me and the pattern having a few fallings out, we are friends now, and I really like it. And I'm glad that I took part in this cowl, because I really like the final. Well, it's not even final yet because I haven't finished it, but I really like how it's working. I'm actually enjoying it. So I am pleased I took part. I know I had a little bit of a whinge about it last week, but you know, it's coming along now, and I'm not in such a whingy mood. So there you go. Honey Blossoms is getting on. There are two other whips. One I will show you at the end, I think. And I'll explain why in a minute. There's not much to show you, this one. This is the beginnings of a hat, and it actually looks like it's going to be quite big. It was going to have a turn up, but maybe not quite that big. But it's going to be a bobble hat to match the baby one that I made in one of my early episodes, 2 or 3 I think. For the mother of the baby that I made the hat for, I am using ice yarns, cakes in the 5mm, so it's weight 4, which is worsted weight or Aran weight. And it's just shades of pink. I've got 1.5 of these left over from the baby one, and the mother said that she would, my friend said she would like one to match her baby's hat before they go on holiday. So I've got to get a move on, so I thought I'd better get started. So that is whip number 2 that I've made progress on. One more, but I will show you that at the end because it's from the Secret Crochet Club box. Okay, so I suppose I should have showed you in finished objects, but you may remember I was talking about doing a yarn dyeing experiment, and someone commented something that I didn't really know, that acrylic yarn doesn't take the dye, and as the yarn I had was 75% acrylic, no, 25% acrylic. Where did I put the tag? I did put the tag up there. 25% acrylic, 75% wool. This is what I used. Just got it on eBay. Nothing special, I don't think. But, I wasn't sure how it was going to come out, and I started getting nervous after she mentioned that. Like, oh, I should have known that. But I'm a newbie. I'm not a yarn dyer. I'm never going to become a yarn dyer. Partly because I can't be skein at all to save my life. But anyway, I got that yarn, and I got from Etsy 4 packets of Kool-Aid. I got blue raspberry, grape, purpley colour, pink lemonade, and watermelon. Pink lemonade and watermelon are very similar. The watermelon is slightly darker maybe. than the pink lemonade. I soaked it for about an hour in the end while I was helping my mum, or helping my husband help my mum sort out the loft, because she is moving house, downsizing to a bungalow near me, which is great. I can't wait to have her just down the road. It would just be that much nicer to have her close and be able to look out for her. Anyway, so we were doing that, so I left it to soak for that long in just water. Didn't need the vinegar because Kool-Aid has citric acid in, I believe. Maybe I should have put vinegar in, I don't know. Then I laid it out and I used a blusher brush, an old one that I've never used, so I just used that as like a paintbrush and painted the yarn in stripes. There are some bits I missed where I didn't lift it and go deep inside, or when I was running out. And then I got some dry Kool-Aid and sprinkled around to try and make a speckled effect. Not sure how I like the speckles or not. I think maybe I should have just done speckles or paint, not both. But that's just personal preference, I guess. But I do like how the colour did go. Some of it didn't take and some of it did, and there were ball patches, but I quite like that. I quite like the rustic look. So hopefully someone else will appreciate, but maybe not. I can't reskein it properly, it's all untidy, but I'm going to wind it into a ball, I think, by next week. So here it is. So as you can see, there are some bits where it's just undyed still, but if you go underneath it's pink. So I'm probably showing you the wrong end, but then you've got the purpley bits, you've got some speckles here, and then the blue raspberry. I quite like the colour that's come out as. I think that was the watermelon one, the darker pink, and the pink lemonade made this pink. I quite like it. It's rough and ready, it's rustic, but it's me and I made it, so I like it. I probably will try again. I might try with different fibres, see what happens. I might try just speckling and see what happens there. I did see a video where someone was applying it using a fork. It does seem to take a long time, but I did like the effect it had, so I might try that. I don't know, we'll see. I will try again some point soon, but first I'm going to make something with this, see what it looks like actually made up. So there you go. I'm not going to become a yarn dyer, quite clearly, but yeah, because look how untidy that is where I tried to put it back together again. I'm willing to leave that to the experts. There are some lovely yarn dyers out there. One just around the corner from me, in fact. You know, she's great. So I'll leave that to them. But it was nice to have a go, you know, and sometimes I might like to have another go, try something new. So yeah, that was my yarn dyeing experience. Acquisitions wise, purchases, I was given some yarn this week by one of the school mums who had been given it at where she worked, and she said, they gave it to me, and I thought, well, I don't use it, who on earth is going to use this? And then she went, oh yeah, Michelle, she does. She actually said she does magic things before, which I think is what some people do think of us crocheters, and it is true. It's not a crochet hook, it's a magic wand. But she gave me 3 of these, cotton sheen effect, and it is shiny thread, 76% cotton, 24% viscose, 120 meters on each one, so I've got 360 meters, and it says it takes 3 to 4 mil hook or needle. So any ideas? Might be quite nice to make a small gift for her. Her name's also Michelle, funnily enough. Might be quite nice to make something for her as a thank you, because for me the fun is in the making. So yeah, or her daughter. Her little girl is in my son's class, so she's sort of 7/8. I'm not sure when her birthday is actually. So yes, I got 3 of those, which is quite nice. Thank you, Michelle, it's really kind of you. You don't watch this, but I also got, these are now purchases. I bought some back issues of magazines, so I got Crochet Now because I want to make this hat. I want to make that hat. And I got, that was issue 11, and I got issue 10 because I want to make that and that, both of those. Now the top particularly, if I can get to it, you don't want to watch me going through too much. There we go. The Bettina sweater. There we go. And I don't know if I'll make it with mohair because I find that a little bit scratchy maybe for a top. And it goes up to, from a 35-inch bust, which is size small, to a 49-inch bust for XL. So, and it will fit me. So always a good thing when I find a pattern that goes up to my size. So yeah, I would like to make that. And there's also, as I was flicking through, this cute little jumper, which I might make for Willow because I think she'd look adorable, just like this little girl does. She's just adorable. Once I've finished Logan's, of course. You get all the free gifts that come with them. It's a unicorn tape measure, for example. And I also got the Crochet Essentials issue 2. I've just got a nice shawl on the front cover there. I haven't flicked through it properly yet. These were all from moremags.com, I think, or .co.uk, and they were selling these back issues half price as part of the January sale, so go check it out if you want some old magazines that you haven't got. Bargain, I say. What else? Oh, I got some crochet hooks. I think it was eBay. I just got these. They're inexpensive hooks, but they are pretty. So I'll show you the 6mm, and it's big enough for you to see. So that's the style of hook. I can't remember what these are called. And it's got quite a curvy. I don't naturally hold it like this, but it does seem to be working okay for me. And if you can see, there we go, some pretty roses on there, and it's purple. Can't go wrong with purple. I do love a good purple. So there are 8 of them in the pack. 2 are missing because I'm using them. I will find somewhere better for them than this plastic case, but they start at 2.5mm and they go up in 0.5mm increments up to 6. So 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. You get the idea. So yeah, and I think they were £4, £5. You can't go too wrong with those. I might even be less than that. I can't remember. I did have to wait a while for them to turn up. And I think the last purchase that has arrived, I bought some fabric. It's a bit strange because my sewing machine is currently in the garage, unpacked from our move, which was nearly a year ago. It's not been on my priority list to get to, but I would like to get back to sewing. I'm an amateur sewer, not particularly special at it. But I did see this fabric and I couldn't resist. So Guardians of the Galaxy, Groot. They're just fat quarters, because I'm going to make myself a project bag once I eventually get my sewing machine out. So that was adult Groot with the rocket. And then baby Groot. How cute is he? And I love Groot. I love him. Especially baby Groot. So he matches my new hook holder. So it'd be quite cool to have, if you're from last week, it'd be quite cool to have project bag to match, or maybe I'll make myself a hook case for on the go. I don't know. I think that might be a bit ambitious for my sewing skills. Bag will be taxing enough. So that is it for purchases. I have got some things on order because, as I said, I did hit 200 subscribers this week, which is amazing. So I have decided I am going to do a crochet along. I will reveal more details next week once I've got it finalised, but I had an idea. I'm going to wait until I'm over the haze of the migraine from the weekend, just to double check it's not a daft idea. It might still be a daft idea, but, and then I will mention it. I don't want to pick a pattern and we all make one pattern. I wanted to pick a theme or an idea for everyone to use a pattern that they wanted to make and make it fit the theme. So I've used the colours for the theme, or even pick a pattern that matches the theme, or I don't know, I should match the theme. You know, the type of pattern, I suppose. It depends what the theme is, doesn't it? So I thought I would do that, and you know, it might be that the project you're going to make will fit 1 or 2 cows. So you might go, oh, making that for that cow, and that will also fit Michelle's theme. So I'll enter it in there. That's kind of my idea. And it might not, I don't know. I'm hoping it will be interesting. Anyway, I'll also probably do a little mini giveaway just for hitting 200 subscribers anyway. I've got quite a few things on order that I thought might make nice prizes, so hopefully you'll think so too. Hopefully they'll all be here by next week and I can show you when I announce the theme. I missed one of my purchases. I'm a big Tim Burton fan. For his older animated stuff, I'm not so much into the live action, but I do love his animations. So Nightmare Before Christmas, Frankenweenie, Corpse Bride, and those kind of things. But particularly Nightmare Before Christmas. I know he's not to everyone's taste, but he is to mine in these respects anyway. So I got this Night Before Christmas project bag from Amelia X Joy on Etsy as a little January cheer up treat to myself. And it's also purple. She did have it in grey as well, but it's purple. So there you go. And that is it. I have got you may have heard about shout outs on YouTube taking place. You may have found me through one of the shout outs, and I've mentioned in a couple, so that's lovely. So if you have, hi, you probably know why I'm talking about the shout outs. I'm not going to go into too much details because most of you will know it already. It's all to do with the new YouTube rules, changing monetization rules. I'm not monetized because I don't have enough. But I know some people are at risk of no longer being monetized, that previously were. And I would like to do some shout outs. So if you would like a shout out, please comment below and I will put you on my list. I will probably do a video similar to Kelly's and just list out the people I subscribe to or that have requested one. If you request one and I don't currently subscribe, I will go and subscribe and watch. I do have a list of people that I haven't seen before from previous shout outs, which I will be checking out once my headache is fully past and I can focus on the screen for long. You may notice I'm looking away probably a bit more than usual because it's quite bright on my eyes and it's straining. So I'm going to go and rest my eyes for a bit before I do any editing, so this might not go up until later. But I'm about to show you my current whip from the Secret Crochet Club box, so if you don't want to see that, then I will say goodbye now. Bye. I'll see you next week, hopefully. But if you do want to see, I will show you now. So, the Secret Crochet box club box this week uses this yarn, Shapier's Wanderlust. It's really soft. It's really, really, really soft and lovely. It's very similar to the Signet Boho Spirit, which I made quite a few scarves with, and I've shown you in previous episodes. I love the way the colours change. I love the richness of the colours, and I love how soft it is. 100% acrylic, so easy wear as well. But here it is, Dragon Keeper glove and leg warmer set. And the pattern is by, I can open it, Little V and Me. Now, I won't show you everything that's in the box because there's going to be an unboxing video at the end, but I've made one glove. I've not done dragon scale before, so I don't know if it's something I've done wrong. I find it a little bit, there's a few sort of holes here and there. I don't know if that's something I've done wrong, or is it meant to be that way? I like it a lot, but I don't know if those holes are, you know, meant to be there. But there we go. I love how the colours are. I love the ribbed effect that this gives. And this is working into the hidden loop, so it gives quite a kind of elasticy look. And then you've got front and back loop around the edge to make that. I like that. I found these a little bit taxing to work out at first. I ended up watching Bella Coco's tutorial on YouTube to try and figure it out, and then I eventually got it. So I don't know if that's why there's a few holes. And they do tend to kind of fold up a bit. Am I using the wrong hook size? I don't know. I do like it though. Yeah, so there you go. I will make the other one when I'm feeling a bit better. And so in the end, which I was hiding, and then it sneaked out on me. So that's my only other whip. I am going to put in the end now the unboxing for that box and the Ami2U box, which I filmed earlier in the week. And I will say goodbye. I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll catch you next week. Hopefully a bit more awake and alert. So, bye bye. Hi everybody, my Secret Crochet Club box has just arrived for January, so I thought I'd open it and film it for you guys to see. So, here goes. Oh, got green and purple this month. Oh, Shapier's Wanderlust. This is very much like the Signet Boho Spirit that I like so much. It's really soft. And look at how rich those colours are. And this is colour Rio de Janeiro. And 100% acrylic. So there's 1, 2 in Rio de Janeiro. And this one is... oh, it also says Rio de Janeiro. Oh yeah, look, inside. Just goes to show how different they can look. So we've got 3 Rio de Janeiro. Oh, love how this green and purple looks, and the pinks. My sort of colour. Oh, and what else do we have? We have, going to focus, nail pop polish, which just went in and out of focus. Let me just, nail pop polish. Beautiful blue colour. And we have two sparkly buttons by Bits and Hobbs. Ooh, Funky Soap Rosewater Hand Cream. Oh, lovely. Lovely rich hand moisturiser with added rosewater. Lovely, I have to try that in a minute. Nice big tin. And, oh, here we go. Here are the patterns. Dragon Keeper glove and leg warmer set. Oh, how cool. Don't tend to do leg warmers, but I wonder if there's enough yarn to make 2 glove sets. Or you could use those as boot cuffs. And a little stitch marker on the pattern book. And the pattern is by Little V and Me. I've not made a pair of these gloves yet, so I won't show the patterns. There's a bit about the makers inside. Bits and hobs, maker of the buttons, a little bit sheepish, the stitch marker, Funky Soap London, and nail pot polish. Excellent. So, I'm going to be making those ASAP, I think. So there you go. So inside is this lovely smooth feeling hand cream. It's quite rich, quite thick, and it does smell divine. And if you're interested, the colour of the nail polish is War Paint. Okay, there we go. Bye bye. This is the January Ami to You box, which has just arrived. So I'm going to open it now, so you're going to see it as I open it. Let's see what's inside. I'll rip all the paper. Okay. Oh, the Snowdrop Flower Fairy. Promise. Oh, look how cute she is. The first flower in the forest, the mythical snowdrop, symbolises a promise to break winter's spell and bring back spring. Perfect timing for that. I could do with spring right now. See, look, I noticed the pattern book has little holes so you can put it in a binder, which is great. It's a really thoughtful idea. I think my little girl's going to like her. Right, so what else is inside? Oh, these Snowdrop Jazzy Sweets. I like these. My kids like them as well, so I might have to fight them off. So in the little bag here, I'm guessing we've got the yarn. And it is Free Bears Yarn Affection Aran again, which is great yarn. We've got Safety Eyes. I'm guessing got all the different colours of the Free Bears yarn. It's the yellow for her hair. What else? The white for her wings and skirt. The fleshy peachy tone. And that's it in there. You've got some more toy stuffing. Right. So what else have we got? We've got a little stitch marker. It's designed, I think, to look like a snowdrop. That's very cute. Oh, I like that card, isn't it? And card with snowdrops on, like a greetings card or art card. Ferry Studio Arts, just snowdrops. Ooh. And we have an extra pattern for coaster that has snowdrops on it, using cotton yarn. And this, what's this? Right, I'm just going to pause it while I open it up. 1 second. Okay, so I've opened up the roll, and inside there are 3 sheets of these stickers. We've got the granny squares, we've got a crochet hook, yarn, crochet hook and yarn again. What's this one say? Is it going to? With love, with a little... I'm trying to do this one-handed. From a happy hooker, and another yarn ball with crochet hook. So those are quite cute, and they are from Stationery Geek, who quite a few of you in the UK will probably know her as having done the Crochet Bible. So which I have quite a few of now. You going to focus? Sorry for the abrupt change there. But there you go. I'm going to eat these at lunchtime, I think. Let's have my lunch break. So there's the Promise the Snowdrop Flower Fairy. Very cute. Getting ready for spring, it feels. And the bonus pattern, which is going to be great. Okay, so I am going to say goodbye. Bye-bye.